Hello and welcome to another episode of Donversations. I'm going to do some trivia questions for adults. I did a children's episode a few weeks ago, and I thought it would be good to do one for adults that are also on a car ride or a commute. I just got back from a vacation and there were 7, 8 of us in a big, huge vehicle, and it would have been a really good time killer. We found stuff to talk about, but it would have been really fun just to have some type of interactive game in the car. So that led me to this episode. And the categories are technology and science, pop culture, cars and sports, health and cooking, geography and history, music and literature, law and politics, animal questions, game and riddles, and religion and culture questions. So what I'll do is read the question, wait about 3-4 seconds, and then I'll give the answer. So if you need to pause it for everybody to be able to think of an answer, that is fine. I'll give you a little bit of space in between each question. So our first is technology and science. What year was the very first model of the iPhone released? The answer is 2007. What's the shortcut for the quote-unquote copy function on most computers? The answer is Control-C. What is often seen as the smallest unit of memory? A kilobyte. Is Java a type of OS? I don't even know what OS means. The answer is no. Who is often called the father of the computer? The answer is Charles Babbage. What does HTTP stand for? Hypertext Transfer Protocol. That's a lot to say. What is the name of the man who launched eBay back in 1995? Oh my gosh, I'm afraid I'm going to destroy this. His name is Pierre Omidyar. 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 Something like that. Which email service is owned by Microsoft? The answer is Hotmail. Google, Chrome, Safari, Firefox, and Explorer are different types of what? Web browsers. What was Twitter's original name? The answer is TWTTR. That, to me, looks like Twitter, but okay. All right, we're into science now. This is going to focus on weather, planets, and elements. So let's see if you guys can get these right. Number 1, who discovered penicillin? The answer is Alexander Fleming. Who was the first woman to win a Nobel Prize in 1903? The answer is Marie Curie. What part of the atom has no electric charge? That's the neutron. You know, I was thinking you could probably make this a drinking game if that's something that you would enjoy. Okay, what is the symbol for potassium? K. What is meteorology the study of? The weather. Which planet is the hottest in the solar system? Did you say Venus? You are correct. Which natural disaster is measured with a Richter scale? Okay, everybody's shouting. Yes, it's earthquakes. What animals are pearls found in? Oysters. Which planet has the most gravity? I did not know this. The answer is Jupiter. How many molecules of oxygen does ozone have? The answer is 3. All right, we're into pop culture now. So anybody that hates science can wake up. It's time to answer some questions. Let's see. What was Superman's birth name? Kal-El. What is the name of Batman's butler? Alfred. Aquaman is from which city under the sea? Atlantis. What does DC stand for? Detective Comics. What is the name of the song that Queen Elsa sings as she builds her ice castle in the movie Frozen? Let it go, let it go. How many films did Sean Connery play James Bond in? The answer is 7. Which Indiana Jones movie was released back in 1984? Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. How many Lord of the Rings films are there? The answer is 3. What was the name of the actor who played Jack Dawson in Titanic? That would be Leonardo DiCaprio, and I have never seen that movie. Yes, I mean it. Which popular TV show featured House Targaryen and Stark? Clearly, I never saw this either. Game of Thrones. Sorry if I destroyed that. What was the name of the family who starred in Seventh Heaven? The answer is the Camdens. Which cartoon character lives in a pineapple under the sea? SpongeBob SquarePants. In what year was the first episode of South Park aired? 1997. Which actor appeared in films Face Off and Ghost Rider? The answer is Nicolas Cage. Who played Wolverine? Hugh Jackman. Which actress won the Oscar for Best Actress in 2003? The answer is Nicole Kidman. How old was Coco Gauff when she first beat Venus Williams? 15. In what year did Usain Bolt set his 100 meter in 9.58 seconds world record? The answer is 2009. When Michael Jordan played for the Chicago Bulls, how many NBA championships did he win? The answer is 6. He was amazing. Who did Forbes name the youngest self-made billionaire in 2019? Kylie Jenner. Okay, we are going to start with the performing arts trivia. Who plays Anita in the first Broadway production of West Side Story? Chita Rivera. In which U.S. city is Broadway located? New York City. What is the longest running Broadway show? The Phantom of the Opera. Which show is the highest grossing production on Broadway ever? The Lion King. In what year was Broadway established? 1750. In which period did ballet originate? The Italian Renaissance. During which time of the year is the Nutcracker primarily performed? Christmas. And I am scared of nutcrackers. How weird is that? What French ballet term means in front? Devant. Who was the greatest male... Oh no, I won't even know how to say his name. Who was the greatest male ballet dancer of the early 20th century? Vaslav Nijinsky. What is a plie in ballet? Bending at the knees. All right, cars and sports. Who is often credited with creating the world's first car? Carl Benz, B-E-N-Z, as in Mercedes. Which animal can be seen on the Porsche logo? A horse. Which companies are part of the Big Three? General Motors, Fiat Chrysler Automobiles, and Ford Motor Company. Which company owns Bugatti, Lamborghini, Audi, Porsche, and Ducati? The answer is Volkswagen. Yay, Volkswagen. Which auto brand was the first to offer seatbelts? Nash Motors. What does BMW stand for in English? Bavarian Motor Works. Who or what is the Ford Mustang named after? A fighter plane from World War II. How many parts, screws, and bolts included, does the average car have? Oh, wow. The answer is 30,000. Which car is often called the first muscle car? The answer is the Pontiac GTO. In what year was the Corvette introduced? 1953. All right, now we're into sports. How many soccer players should each team have on the field at the start of each match? Did you say 11? You're correct. When Michael Jordan played for the Chicago Bulls, how many NBA championships did he win? I just said this one. The answer is 6. Which Williams sister has won more Grand Slam titles? Serena. What country won the very first FIFA World Cup in 1930? The answer is Uruguay. In what year was the first ever Wimbledon championship held? The answer is 1877. Which Jamaican runner is an 11-time world champion and holds the record in the 100 and 200 meter race? Usain Bolt. Which boxer was known as the greatest and the people's champion? Muhammad Ali. What sport was Jesse Owens involved in? Track and field. Last one. Which hockey team did Wayne Gretzky play for in the 80s? The Edmonton Oilers. All right, now we are going to do food and drink. What is the common name for dried plums? Prunes. What name does deer meat go by? Venison. What other name does corn go by? Maize. What's the primary ingredient in hummus? Chickpeas. Which country produces the most coffee in the world? Did you say Brazil? You are correct. Which country invented tea? China. What kind of alcohol is Russia notoriously known for? Vodka. What is the national dish of Spain? Paella. That's spelled Paella. Which European nation was said to invent hot dogs? Germany. Which country is responsible for giving us pizza and pasta? Italy. All right, we've got some health questions now. This is about the body. Which organ has 4 chambers? The heart. In which body part can you find the femur? Your leg, upper leg to be specific. What is your body's largest organ? The skin. What kind of cells are found in the brain? Neurons. Which bone are babies born without? Kneecap. That is crazy. I did not know that. How many taste buds does the average human tongue have? 10,000. What percentage of our bodies is made up of water? 60 to 65%. Which element is said to keep bones strong? Calcium. What does the acronym AIDS stand for? Acquired Immune Deficiency Syndrome. How many times does the heart beat per day? About 100,000. And now we are going to do geography and history. What is the name of the thin and long country that spans more than half of the western coast of South America? The answer is Chile. Which American state is the largest by area? Alaska. Which 2 countries share the longest international border? Canada and the USA. What is the smallest country in the world? Vatican City. Which continent is the largest? The answer is Asia. Which of the 7 wonders is located in Egypt? The Pyramids of Giza. What is the capital of New Zealand? Wellington. Which desert is the largest in the world? The answer is the Sahara Desert, although Antarctica, which is larger, might qualify as a desert as well. What is the name of the world's longest river? The answer is the Nile. Which city in India would you find the Taj Mahal in? The answer is Agra or Agra, A-G-R-A. Here's some history. By what name were the Egyptian kings and rulers known? The answer is pharaohs. How many pyramids of Giza were made? 3. Which queen was Julius Caesar involved with? Cleopatra. Where did the Franks settle after defeating the Romans? Gaul. G-A-U-L. How long did the Middle Ages last? 1,000 years. Which religion dominated the Middle Ages? Catholicism. In which year did World War I begin? 1914. In which country was Adolf Hitler born? Austria. John F. Kennedy was assassinated in which city? Dallas. On Sunday, June 18th, 1815, which famous battle took place? The Battle of Waterloo. All right, now we are going to get into some music trivia. What was the name of the group Justin Timberlake used to be a part of? NSYNC. What was the name of the rock band formed by Jimmy Page? Led Zeppelin. Which country did AC/DC originate in? Australia. I did not know that. That's interesting. What genre of music did Taylor Swift start in? Country. Who was the lead singer of the iconic 80s band Culture Club? Boy George. Which name is rapper Sean Combs better known by? P. Diddy. Which musical legend is Jay-Z married to? Queen Bee, Beyonce. How many Grammys does John Legend have? He has 10. Which British girl group had a member by the name of Mel B? The Spice Girls. Which song by Louis Fonsi and Daddy Yankee has the most views of all time on YouTube? The answer is Despacito. Law and politics. Which American president was involved in the Watergate scandal? Nixon. What are the surnames of the father-son duos who both served as U.S. presidents? Adams and Bush. How many presidents have been impeached? 3. Before the laws were changed in 2000, how long was a French president's term? The answer is 7 years. Who has been the longest serving monarch of the United Kingdom? Queen Elizabeth II. World War I began with the death of Archduke Franz Ferdinand of which country? The answer is Austria. Donald Trump and which North Korean leader are known to trade threats over the internet? God. Kim Jong-un. The largest political party in South Africa, the ANC, stands for what? African National Congress. And now we're going to get into questions about the law. What is the legal term for a voluntary written statement made under oath? The answer is affidavit. What is the name of the classification of crime which is less serious than a felony? A misdemeanor. A verdict is a decision or judgment. What is evidence in court where a person tells everything they saw or know? The answer is testimony. Who is the group of people sworn to make a decision / deliver a verdict in court? The jury. What was the verdict in the O.J. Simpson murder trial? Not guilty. How many homicides did Ted Bundy admit to? 30. Ted Kaczynski was a former graduate of which university? Harvard. Gregory Lee Johnson was convicted in Texas for what in 1989? Burning the flag. Butch Cassidy was famous for doing what? Stealing. All right, we're going to do some animal trivia now. How long is the gestation period of an African elephant? 22 months. What's the scientific name of a wolf? The answer is Canis lupus. What is a female donkey called? A jenny. Which mammal has no vocal cords? A giraffe. That's crazy. Do they make noises? I don't know. What's the fastest land animal in the world? The cheetah. How many eyes does a bee have? The answer is 5. Which animal symbolizes good luck in Europe? A ladybug. What name is used to refer... A ladybug isn't an animal. Anyway, what name is used to refer to a group of frogs? An army. How many hearts does an octopus have? 3. Do sponges have hearts? No. All right. We are going to get into games and riddles. Where did backgammon originate? In Persia. How many cards are there in a deck of Uno? The answer is 108. In which board game do you try to solve a murder? Clue. In chess, the queen has the combined movement of which 2 pieces? The bishop and rook. Which of these games includes the phrase, do not pass go, do not collect $200? Monopoly. The video game Happy Feet features what animals? Penguins. What classic video game requires you to eat all the dots through the maze? Pac-Man. Astro Boy is what genre of a video game? Action. What sport is featured in the video game FIFA? FIFA? Sorry. Football. What type of game is Axie Infinity? It is a blockchain game, whatever that means. We will do some final riddles, and then I will maybe make a sequel another time. How many bags of wool did Baba Black Sheep have? I'm wondering if people are singing this, trying to remember. The answer's 3. How can a man go 8 days without sleep? By sleeping during the night. How can you drop a raw egg on the concrete floor without cracking it? The egg won't crack the concrete floor. If there are 6 apples and you take away 4, how many do you have? You have 4. What goes up and down but still remains in the same place? Stairs. What gets wetter and wetter the more it dries? The answer is a towel. Well, that was kind of fun, wasn't it? I hope you guys had fun and that killed some time. Now you can go back to playing the license plate game or listening to your devices, whatever. But it's a fun thing to interact with everybody in the car sometimes. So hopefully that was a fun time killer for you guys. And maybe I'll do more of these down the road. All right, guys. See you later. Bye.